I'd like to welcome you back to another segment of 4 Keys to Fishing with Bill Hurley Lures. The first thing I'd ask you to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, if you have any questions, please feel free to check us out at codandstriperlures.com. Today we're going to be talking about how I make sandworm and sand eel oil. It's put into our baits. It's sent directly down to the injection molder. And so the oil itself is placed into the plastic itself. This is what I spray onto the baits themselves to store them. And this is actually the vessels, the vials that go down to the injection molder. Okay, why do we use oil? The main reason we use oils when we make our lures is the fish can smell 1,000 times greater than a bloodhound. Some fish cannot even see at all, like the American eel. Striped bass has tremendous sense of smell. So does tuna fish and salmon. We all know how great they can pick up scent in the water. So it's really an important key. The next thing that we do is we use the best bait that we can. You can see here, this is a sand eel. That's one of the main ingredients. Tough to get though. I have a source, but it's not as easy as it used to be. We use live sandworms. We get that. That's pretty easy to get. So we use quite a bit of sandworm in our collection. Again, that's the sandworms that we use, and the sand eel. And as you can see, this particular sand eel, sorry about that, that particular sand eel looks very much like the sand eel that we use, that you can see right there. That's our sand eel with a 3X hook, 3/4 ounce head. You can get them in 7 inches all the way down to 5 inches. All right. Another key to when we make our baits is we use a fair amount of salt. We use sea salt, and the reason we use that is it allows the oil to penetrate into the plastic when we store it through the winter, especially when we're getting ready for the spring season. Another tip that we'd like to talk about is when we make our oils, we use usually 12 ounces of stabilizer, which is the most important part. It's also the most expensive part. And when we use that, we always just bring it to a simmer. We never use it to a boil. And then when we're done using it, we let it sit for 2 hours, and that will let the oils come into the bait. You never, ever, ever want to boil. You never want to ever blend the baits, because then you end up with just mush. And so it took me a few tries to get this correct, but I have it down pretty well. So that gives you a quick tutorial about how we make our sand eel and sandworm oil. We use a cloth strainer at the end to break down, make sure we don't have any byproducts from when we simmer the baits. And there you have it. And again, thank you from Bill Hurley Lures. And we'd ask that you remember our veterans as they serve overseas at this time. Have a happy holiday, and God bless.